welcome back to my channel. This is Prepping by Faith, and today I'm going to give you another pricing update for my area. Now, I haven't done one of these since the end of April, so these are the prices I grabbed from my local Sam's Club here in Colorado last weekend. I'm going to break this into two videos. This one will be for Sam's Club, and then I will create another video showing you the prices that have increased at my local Walmart. It's time to get busy stacking if you haven't started yet, folks. So the first picture is of our shredded double pack of Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. This has already increased by 5% for the month of March, 9% for the month of April, and now another 19% this time. If you aren't freezing cheese, please get some put away. This paltry increase that we're being told of 10.8% in our food costs since April of last year is an outright lie. On average, it has got to be closer to 30%. I have only tracked these prices since the beginning of the year, and just on cheese alone, I am seeing a 33% increase. Have you noticed a significant increase in the price of cheese in your area? The next item I wanted to show you is butter. Butter is becoming unaffordable for many already. This is the Member Mark butter in the 4-packs. Butter had already increased by 25% since the beginning of the year, 5% for the month of April, and now it has increased another $2.95 and nearly 25% hike again. So that is a 55% jump since the beginning of the year for butter. Please do yourself a favor and freeze some extra butter. Butter is becoming like liquid gold, and it will keep for a year in your freezer. I just started tracking the price of eggs at my Sam's Club. I know most don't purchase Eggland's Best, but this is the one that continues to stay in stock, which is why I'm tracking it. It has increased by 14 cents since the end of April, or nearly 3%, which isn't too bad. Eggs are another item you can freeze and keep for a year. They store flat and are easily added to recipes or cooked by themselves, as I showed you in a previous video. Gallon-size whole milk has also increased by 14 cents, or nearly 4% since the end of April. This one isn't nearly as bad as the hikes we are seeing in butter and cheese, but it's still another increase that we don't need and another cost to absorb. It had already increased by 3.5% since March. Milk is another item that can be frozen for up to 6 months. Just make sure you leave a little space in the top of the container to avoid a huge mess. Lunch meat is another one I just started tracking. As you can see, this turkey lunch meat was $8.56 the end of April, and it is now $8.72 as of June 11th. That is a 16-cent increase, or nearly 2%. Not too bad on the turkey. This is the brand of fresh chicken that I like to purchase at my Sam's Club. It is always hit or miss if they have it, and lately it has been more miss. I was paying $2.88 a pound, and it has now gone up to $3.28 a pound. That is a 40-cent increase per pound, or nearly 14%. If you think that's bad, you should see the price of the canned chicken I'm going to show you in just a minute. We all knew that canned chicken had already jumped up to $15.98 since the beginning of the year, when it had been sitting at $9.98 for forever. That was a massive increase of 60%. But it has now increased a second time. Canned chicken in my store is $18.98. It has jumped up another $3 and nearly 19% more. So since the beginning of the year, an increase of 79% for canned chicken. Nothing fancy either, no special flavors, just your basic canned chicken in salt and water. Please get your protein stocked if you haven't been focusing on them. I know a lot of people want to focus on beans and rice, but if you aren't used to that in your diet, you're going to wish you had some canned meat put up in your preps. They're not going to stop coming for our proteins. We all already know about the Smithfield plant closing in California, and now the mysterious thousands of cattle dead in Kansas. And who could forget the bird flu that has plagued the chickens this year? It isn't going to stop, guys, so get your proteins. The prices will continue to climb if you can find any at all in the near future. Fruit is another one that is becoming ridiculously overpriced. I saw fresh cherries for nearly $6 a pound in my Sam's, as well as over $10 for 10 peaches. These apples have now increased by 33 cents, or nearly 6%. Having some canned fruit and dried fruit in your preps is a good idea, so that you have that to fall back on when fresh is out of your price range or they can't get any in stock. What kind of fresh fruit prices are you seeing in your area? The Folgers 51-ounce can of coffee has risen in price once again. It had inflated by nearly 16% the end of April, and it has now increased by another $1.70 or another 15%. Coffee is one of those items that I think many of us enjoy having on a regular basis, and it is not getting any cheaper. Take advantage of club sales when they run them, because that is going to be one of the only ways you're going to save on coffee going forward. I believe I was able to pick up this same can recently for $8.98. Even though I wasn't quite out, I picked up a spare can to add to my preps. Cream of chicken soup had increased by 13% in April, and this time it has gone up another 34 cents or 3%. So that is 16% in a couple months' time. We stock the cream of soups to use as a base in casseroles and other dishes. They make an excellent way to stretch meals. Spaghetti sauce has risen in price. It had stayed pretty consistent, but now it has gone up by 21 cents or nearly 3%. Not too big of a jump considering some of the others we've witnessed, and the pasta itself has remained the same price since the last time I checked. I also saw a hike in the price of Alfredo sauce. This was $5.66 in April, and it is now $6.65, so this was a much bigger increase of 99 cents or 17%. Yikes. I guess red sauce it is, or learn to make your own Alfredo. However, with the price of cheese going through the roof, it probably wouldn't be any cheaper, and I would imagine that's where this inflated price came from in the first place. Olive oil went from $11.96 to $12.96. That is a $1 price increase or 9%. We need to have cooking oil in our preps if we're going to do any baking and as a means of keeping our food from sticking to the pan. The last item I wanted to bring to your attention is toilet paper. The Members Mark brand appears to have the same amount still in the packages, unlike the Charmin, and its obvious shrinkflation of 56 square feet less per package. Thanks, Charmin. However, it has jumped quite a bit in price. It is now $21.78 instead of the $19.98 that it was forever. That is an increase of $1.80 or 9%. Thankfully, the paper towels haven't increased in price yet. All I can tell you guys is continue to put back the things that you need. Inflation is not going to stop, especially with the outrageous fuel prices. As those climb, so too will everything else. Our preps are going to be worth their weight in gold. Let's do our best to keep plugging away a little at a time. Try not to get overwhelmed by this information. Just file it away as something to be aware of so that you don't get complacent and you continue to make prepping a priority. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And remember to pray, prep, and put God first. God bless.